Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Just Meeple and Me YouTube channel. This is Jeremy, and today I'm doing a really fun unboxing, one I'm really excited for. This is the new Suburbia Collector's Edition by Ted Alspach. Suburbia's been around for a while. It kind of really defined the city building genre. It's a classic game. Any serious board game collector should have Suburbia on their shelf. And recently there was a Kickstarter for a collector's edition with updated artwork, promo tiles, and etc. So we're going to go ahead and get this unboxed and show you all these awesome looking components. Here we go. All right, and we are ready to go. Now, a couple Kickstarters that I've backed recently have come packaged like this with a lot of the things to punch on the outside. Vindication came like that, and hopefully I'm going to do that unboxing here real soon. But it came with everything that you need to punch strapped to the outside. So we're going to open this up in a second. But then we see here we have this very nice looking collector's box. And this is everything. This is the Kickstarter edition of the definitive city building game. And you can see everything the collector's edition includes, including new artwork, 20 special city buildings, new game tray storage, and more. As you can see, it is 1 to 5 players. You can definitely play this solo. But great looking art on these pieces. Okay. All right, guys, the wrapping is off. Everything is ready here to go. We're just going to start here by getting this box opened. And already, you guys can see down here, the outside cover of the inside part of the box is decorated. And that's kind of cool. Not a lot of games do that. A lot of times it's supposed to be a white box, but you can see. Oh, that's cool. And right here, we actually have instructions on how to organize everything. And holy cow, that looks kind of complex. But it looks like they have a really good system on how to organize it. We got more artwork there. And more instructions on the other side. So those are going to come in handy for getting that all this put away, organized. So we can see the tiles here. This one popped off, but new updated artwork. You know, special ones like ATM. This is part of the 20 promos or 26 promo pack. We have that one. We have the 15 city tiles here. You can see these are some gorgeous landmarks from all over. We got the CN Tower, Eiffel Tower, Independence Hall, Westminster Abbey. So really awesome landmarks from all over the world that have been recreated as tiles in this game. Roman Colosseum. And each one of these has a special little bonus that will definitely change the way the game has been played with those new tiles here. Okay, we got instructions and contents overviews. There is a lot of components in this game. Definitely a lot. You can build your own dice or tile dispersion. I don't even know, that's not really a dice tower, but it's where you put the tiles to disperse and store. We have player setup. We have an updated track for reputation and population and all those things you have to keep track of in this game. All right, solo games. We have some scenarios, actually. The Lone Architect. Dale the Bot. So just those two for now, but I bet there'll be some fan-created content online or some unofficial solo modes or solo challenges. The app for this game actually has quite a few little scenarios that are challenging and are fun to play solo. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that officially released. And these are all of the collector edition tiles. These are, now this game kind of sorts out its different stacks with A tiles, B tiles. There's nightlife tiles, which are their own special addition to this game. And this is just, it looks like an overview of all the components and different bonuses. All these border tiles that come with it have different bonuses and ways to play to maximize gains. Yeah, looking really nice. Look at the artwork and all that. Looks really cool. Really cool. Alright, we got a bag of meeples and components. I'll just dump those right out there. Oh, that's cute. So we got little dinner forks. We have little Eiffel Tower, or not Eiffel, Empire State Building meeples. Airplane meeples. And just a few other really cool components. So I think there's like 10 or 12 bags there. We have a bag of money that we'll use for all the currency. We'll get a couple of these out here. Okay, so that is a 10 coin. All right, let's see what else we got in here. As I said, we had all the money in here. It comes in 1, 5, and 10 denominations. We had all those different meeples. I believe this is what you make that. I'm not sure what that is. That doesn't look like it will fit standard tiles. Oh, I think that holds coins. I bet or hopes build or support that tile holder. So that's cool. That's had tons of components in here. This kind of popped out already. Score bonus. Okay. Some standard ones there. Is that a light bulb? Alright, so this lights up, apparently. That's cool. First board game I have that has electricity in it. If that's an actual light bulb. Don't know what that does, we'll find out. Alright, now here are the game trays. For Suburbia Collector's Edition, you can see it's labeled and textured in there. You can see that's going to be a perfect place to hold all your tiles. Your type A tiles, your type B tiles, your type C tiles. Those are going to be your starter bases and your borders. And I think the bottom one is identical to that. Yep, so you have 2 boxes full of those. This is where you build that tower. Yeah, that doesn't fit there. That's got to be something else. But this is where you build that tower tile holder that I was showing you, then all your tiles for play will be sorted through there. That's really cool. We have more containers. So yeah, they pretty much put all the storage units inside the box, and then all the components were wrapped around the outside. As I said, Vindication did something very similar. And that might be a game trays thing, because Vindication, I know, used game trays as well. And then they had most of their components wrapped around the outside for you to punch, sort, and then put in. Okay, and lastly, here's all these different borders. Now, with this Kickstarter, you could choose which cities that you want it to play, what colors. Part of the collector's edition. I didn't go all in on this game and get all like 20 or 30 or whatever it was. You get all the tiles. I already showed you that for all the major cities that are new for this game. But I just chose 5 player boards for 5 player colors. We have the red, black, blue, white, and a yellow green. And these look like they're all the same artwork and design. And that is all the hardware and all the organizational components. And as I said, that's quite a bit. And that's where these instructions that are permanently placed on the side. That's so cool. That's a great idea. That's a great use of space. I think it's good. And then you got the city in the background. That's just a beautiful, beautiful looking box and diagram all into one here. I think they did a really good job of making this really feel like a collector's edition, making it feel like it's just very well done art-wise. So that's how it's all going to fit in there. Everything we punch, we're going to stack through here. That's just the bottom. So this is something that's going to take probably a good hour to punch and sort, maybe an hour and a half. And that's the top. Okay, well, let's just look at some more of these chips and components. As I said, I already showed you some of the special nightlife ones, some of the collector's edition, unique only to this edition, never before seen tiles. And these are all the landmark buildings again. Very good art. Okay. And these are the standard tiles. These are what's been found in the core game. I believe each and every one of these, though, had updated artwork to modernize them. A lot of these have little Easter eggs in it. Some of the developer diaries that we got on their emails as part of the Kickstarter kind of took us a little in-depth look at some of these tiles and how they created them, how they create the parks. And they tease some little hidden Easter eggs or things you just got to look close at to appreciate the detail. For those of you who've never played Suburbia, I'd say it's a medium, not really heavy, but medium heavy game. There's a lot to keep track of because when you place a tile, based on the tiles around it, it changes 3, 4, 5 things of your score. It can change how much money you make each turn. It can change how much total money you have. It can change your reputation, your population. And if that change of like population puts you to a new threshold, you could lose or gain taxable income, things like that. So it's a lot to keep track of. And every piece you play changes multiple values that you have to keep track of. So the app's actually really cool because it does it all for you. But there's nothing better than actually having your hands on the pieces and playing it hands-on in real life. But yeah, these are just all the standard tiles that have always come with Suburbia. You know, in the back, a lot of them have water tiles. You can use these as default tiles just to get some money. A little strategy involved in that. So Yeah, I'm just gonna flip through these pretty quick here. Just see if I can find anything that's cool to see. We got the new airport, new school. These are your basic tiles, your suburbs, your parks, and your heavy factories. All given a fresh, updated look. And I love how the artwork just, from a distance, this looks like a city because all the roads connect to each other. That's just gives it a really cool feel. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip a few more of these. Okay, yeah, here we go. This looks something that I haven't seen, at least in the app, before. This could have been an expansion that I've never played. And there were a few expansions for this game before this complete Kickstarter Collector's Edition came out. We got a speedway, got a mystery mansion, a haunted asylum, ski lift. We got the Opera House, Snorkel Island. We got this one. You can see this one has a requirement that must be placed next to water. Now the publisher of the game, Bezier Games. They have a little tile named after themselves, and so forth. This is part of the nightlife expansion. You have a haunted house, werewolf den, night court, hospital. So you literally have enough unique tiles here to build a new city. It kind of has living for everything. It can be a lot of fun to figure out how to put these tiles together to maximize your gains and everything else. A lot of different strategies and bonus tiles and things that change up the game or mix up the game. So these are your border tiles that you start with. And I said this one, each can play a little bit differently, or you can play them as a standard park, basically. Or you can play for instance, the beach is 3 population for each adjacent house or commerce building. Well, the forest is +1. I think this is assigned for reputation for each of your civic suburb or commerce building. And then you go to the military base, which is just a 5 population bonus for any government building, which would make sense for military. So you can see with those starting border tiles that there's a lot of strategy and different ways you can mix up the gameplay experience with the abundance of tiles. And again, every side has a default generic side, which is just the same for everything. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and punch one of these out, or 2, just to kind of show you, good, probably 2 millimeter thick, 1.5 millimeter thick cardboard, a little flexible, phenomenal art all the way through. This one is for Antonia, +1 reputation for each government building, and then the standard beach just gives you money for each adjacent tile. These are award goals. This is something that, you can draw randomly a couple each game, and then you get bonuses based on achieving these goals. See gold tiles here. So, and I think all these in the instructions had more details about what they all mean. But again, such different ways to play, such different strategy for this game. You're not going to have the same game twice with the random of how the tiles come out, when the tiles come out. If you're playing a special border tile that has different conditions, you have a certain goal. Every game is going to be a unique puzzle that you have to figure out. And it's tough. It's very tough. I've lost so many times in real life, on the app. You can get bogged down with population, and basically if your population goes too high, you lose income, and you can get to debt real fast. Okay, well guys, I don't think I have anything else to show you on this game. I guess the last thing I will show you is the new scoring track. And this is where you keep track of everything. You have different markers for keeping track of your population, and that every time you cross one of those red houses, you have to move your income down 1. So you have to manage. You might not necessarily want to gain too much population too fast, otherwise you're going to lose money. It's a very fine art of balancing all these different measures in the game, and that's what makes Suburbia so fun and so challenging. Okay, so I have lots of reading to do on how to organize this, how to build this tray tower, this tile tower that's shaped like a helipad. These are all those punch outs for that center tile we were showing you. That's LAX, special bonus tile. That looks like Disney. Oh yeah, these are the ones I picked. Okay. That's how they came. I thought I had picked those. Okay, yes, but when I picked, special tiles for my starters, I picked the White House. I live in USA. Empire State Building's a classic. I love Chicago and the Sears Tower. I'm so glad I named it the Sears Tower instead of the Willis Tower. As someone who grew up in the Midwest, that's always going to be the Sears Tower to me. LAX, busy airport, and I live in Florida now. Looks like Disney and Epcot. So there we have it, guys. The unboxing of Suburbia, the collector's Kickstarter edition. And until next time, it will be just Meeple and me.